many things I love about TGIF Toastmasters, and I think one of them specifically that was brought out this morning is how diverse this club is and how much richer we are because of that diversity. Not everybody in this club looks or acts like John Ruck and Mark Mash and I think that's wonderful. And this international scope of our club, I feel, should be cultivated, and I just feel like this is something that is one of our strengths, and I really enjoy about it. Suresh, great first speech. We've all been through this first speech. We've all stood here and been here for the first time, and you did it. You did it with poise. Of course, you're naturally nervous, but it was in control, and you didn't use any notes, which is very impressive, especially for the first time. And it was just a good overall presentation. Let's look at some of the specifics. We got to know you a little bit better. You were prepared. Again, you didn't use any notes. One of the questions is, was there a definite opening, body, and close to the presentation? Didn't see that as much. You've got plenty of time in the future to work on that, but that's something that you might want to think about, especially close, because you need to know when to get off the stage. That's key. You can maybe wander through the opening, but you need to know how to shut it down, especially if you see the card or if something happens that you need to get off. So that's something that you'll need to practice. Things that you might want to consider for improving, I think, and again, we don't want to get too far advanced here, but the way you paced, you were pacing up and down, forward and back. There were a lot of so's and connectors to your speech. As an aside, I was in Topeka hearing a speaker earlier this week that flew in from Chicago, and afterward they said, well, he knew his stuff, but he didn't sound very articulate. And I said, well, that's because he started every sentence in an hour with the word And so even though this guy was learned, he didn't sound intelligent. So work on taking out those connectors. I am an old man, and I wear a hearing aid, and I am very narrow to what I can to the language that I can hear, especially with someone that comes from a different country. I would ask, just for me, because this is my issue and not yours, but what I would ask is that you work on being more succinct and clear and enunciate your words better for those of us, for people like me that don't understand. And I would have to say that I probably did not pick up on about 15 or 20% of your presentation just because I didn't quite get it. So for people like me, I would challenge you to slow down a little bit and be succinct, even sometimes when you practice it, even to a fault. I look forward to future presentations. This was a little bit short for our typical presentation with 4 minutes and 54 seconds. Starting next time, the minimum time is going to be 5 minutes. Lots and lots and lots of speech material. When you say marry first and date later, there's a speech there.
Yes, there is.
When you say the spiritual side of Namaste, there's lots of speeches there too. Thank you very much. Welcome to the club. Look forward to the next time.